Underway in the bronze medal match, Netball World Cup 2023. And we are serving you up a double on the sideline today. Two former captains, Anelium Dodana of South Africa, Anna Stanley of New Zealand. Zan, I'm going to come to you first. What's your expectation from this game?
Oh, Jenny, a humdinger. That is what it's going to be. It's going to go right down to the wire. It's going to be a nail biter. We're going to be caught sitting on the edges of our seats. I'm telling you now, so much to play for both these teams. Different goals, different objectives, but promises to be a cracker of a game.
And Annie, what about you?
Well, it's the critical moments, Jen. We saw in our two semi-finals yesterday, two very world-class semi-finals, that the difference were those critical moments in the last quarter. So watch the attention to detail, the discipline from both sides, and retention of the ball.
Yeah, I think they're right, Simone Forbes. They were brilliant, brilliant semi-finals. They were so close. And for both sides, really, well, New Zealand just really did capitulate in the final of that fourth quarter. Jamaica, not so much. And in fact, the loss was only 3 goals.
Yes, Jenny, and funny enough, for both games, they scored the same amount of goals. 54, 57, and 56, 55. So it really just shows how close these four teams are, and it really could have been just anybody's game.
Well, I guess that's a healthy sign for World Netball. Well, here is Maddie Gordon with her first start of the tournament, in the latter stages of the tournament anyway.
And you can see why Nolene Taurua has decided to change up that mid-court. It's been something of a concern for the Ferns, just that connection between the mid-court and the attacking end. So let's hope Gordon provides that impetus on attack that's been so desperately needed for the Silver Ferns team.
So good defence by New Zealand, forcing that mistake.
That's why Heffernan is not wing defence position. She's picked up that Williams is the key feeder, distributor that ball to Fowler. And this good press and box defence from the Silver Ferns, just drawing the impatience from Jamaica to offload to Fowler. They get the turnover.
Oh, Maddie Gordon. Oh, no.
Yeah, she doesn't look good. She looks straight over to the bench. Gina Crampton, it looks like it could be an ankle.
Oh, what a start for Gina Crampton in this game. Last thing you want.
Playing her 70th test cap here for the Silver Ferns.
Well, it looks like there's definitely going to be a change for the Silver Ferns. Whitney Souness then will come in on the wing attack position to replace Crampton.
So, Simone Forbes, this is what the Silver Ferns didn't need.
No, absolutely not. None of us needed this. I mean, this game, 2-1, it was cracking up to be a game that we were expecting, like a gold medal match. So it's unfortunate to see that. I hope she's okay, and we'll see her again before the game ends.
Well, she's announced she's stepping away from netball for a while after these World Cup games.
And of course the mid-court now that's on for the Silver Ferns, Souness and Gordon, they've played a lot together back home for the Central Pulse, so certainly know each other in terms of that relationship.
New Zealand! Barney's holding goal defence!
And Jamaica forcing New Zealand back. Now they come. Oh, and that's a better drive from Ekanasio.
Yes, forcing the Jamaican defenders to pick one. No team defending. By the movement in the circle and Ekanasio taking the back, force Sterling to move off and she getting the ball on the baseline.
And this is what you spoke to, Simone Forbes, the work that Bedford is going to need to do on that goal attack position, because there is a double mark on Fowler. So she'll need to come into that shooting circle and try and separate the defenders or take that responsibility in converting the goals.
Absolutely, which we've seen Zanelli for quite a bit in last night's game against Australia.
Yeah, she finished with 20 centre pass receives and 17 feeds, Beckford. So you'd imagine her legs will be starting to be a little bit fatigued heading into this one. She's been the real go-to for the Sunshine Girls.
Well, that was a great lean from Karaka, but you can't stop Fowler, can you?
Absolutely, and just forced Janelle, prevented Janelle from stepping in, which we're accustomed to seeing her do. The hands are there, and so forced her to take that long shot, which we've seen her done quite a bit this last year.
Contact goal defence. You're pushing into her. That's it there. Jamaica.
6-3, New Zealand lead, early stages, not quite 5 minutes gone.
And I do think that the Silver Ferns would have gone and watched how Australia managed to edge Jamaica in that semi-final yesterday, setting up a strong defence in the mid-court, just keeping the Sunshine Girls in that mid-court, but they do eventually break through to find Fowler with the patience, and it's going to be key for them to be able to maintain this discipline with ball in hand for the entire duration of the game.
Oh, strong take. Maya Wilson, that pass, yes, it did have enough on it, just...
Contact wing defence. You're holding. Goal defence. Advantage.
And that was a Soonest ball. Yeah, actually, that was a perfectly paced pass. Oh, Ignacio, she'd done the hard part. Footwork, the call. Brilliant Karaka.
A quick transition down from the Silver Ferns. It was really solid defence being set up there. That brilliant take from Karaka.
Yes, Janelle's strength is their height, and so you want to make sure that the ball goes up, and so the defender doesn't have a hand at it. The attackers have to make sure that that pass goes over, past the goal shooter, and then Janelle will be able to get it.
Well, this is just the sort of start New Zealand were looking for and haven't had all tournament.
Varney's contact goal defence. Varney's contact wing attack.
There just seems a bit more urgency down this attack end for the Ferns. I've been tracking Wilson. She's driving out with real speed and pace. So,
now that's
turnover.
interesting. That's an obstruction call
Time, it's in line with me.
against Whitney Soonest. So what does that mean? Arms out.
Guess their arms can't be out. It is interesting to see if the Jamaicans can convert. This is the start, you're right, Jenny, that New Zealand is expecting. Jamaica, I'm sure, it wasn't looking at this kind of start. It's a bit flat for me. The movement in the attack is not as fluid, so we're hoping to see some changes here.
Oh, little clever bounce. Beckford, the magician.
New Zealand.
And they close that gap to just 2. Halfway mark first quarter. Oh, look at the speed of Soonest. Mind you, it's one thing to be fast, but you've got to be going somewhere, don't you?
Yes, you want to go get the ball, so you can be fast, but you want to receive the pass.
Here's one of these goal shooter contact calls.
Beside the shooter.
She's been a bit dogged by these, Maya Wilson.
This is good patience from Jamaica just to work through this defensive web being set up by the Silver Ferns. They found Fowler. Oh, she looks for Beckford.
Throw in Jamaica. Off goal defence.
Oh, that's unusual call, shall we say.
Keeper contact. Where you are.
So Jamaica inch nearer, and
Varney's break, wing defence. Varney's obstruction, goal attack. Goal defence contact. Goal defence stand beside. Obstruction, both out. Short.
well, I think that was pretty clearly off the hands of
New Zealand.
Jamaican player, but them's the breaks. 8-all, 6 minutes remaining in this first quarter.
We saw quite a bit of the Jamaican centre passes going back in yesterday's game, and we're seeing a lot of that in this game. The attacking duo of Beckford and Williams have to come for the centre passes. The defenders have a lot on their hands, and so you really want to get the ball up front and keep moving to get it down to the goal circle.
Barney's contact, wing defence.
So Dixon Rochester for me, she's put in 3 clever feeds into Janelle Fowler at the back, so good start from the centre.
Centre. This side, ladies.
Well, Amelia Ann Ekanasio was asked, oh, that's brilliant. Oh, no, it's a contact call.
That was brilliant from Sterling. She scooped that ball back into play. That elevation from Sterling. Oh, right under the post to Fowler. Very uncharacteristic miss there from Fowler. Turnover ball then for the Silver Ferns.
We're not used to seeing that from Janelle, and I mean, a game like this, 9-9, you want to make sure you sink every single shot. It's going to be crucial for any team that plans on winning this game, Jenny.
Well, their turnover rate against the Australians yesterday, Jamaica, they only had 9 turnovers the whole match, so pretty impressive from the Sunshine Girls.
Contact on the fence, both players are out. Both players right there.
We know the umpires tend to give cautions in these games, and so Jordan wants to clean up, need to be a little cleaner in coming around for the ball. She's got quite a few penalty calls on her, and so you really don't want the attention of the umpires on you this early in the game.
And that's textbook Jamaican netball. What was that, 2 passes into Fowler?
Contact the attack.
Yeah, that's the second contact for Whitney Souness. She's trying to put the screens in off the centre pass. It's not working, so she's going to have to change it up.
Contact, goal attack. Barney's contact, wing defence. Contact, goal shooter.
Oh, there's these calls. Well, Simone, what do you make of them?
So it just means the umpires are focusing a lot on the goal circle and the goal shooters. So you, as a goal shooter, you really want to be... talk about the goal shooters.
That was a beautiful intercept from Sterling.
Oh, it's good to see her alive in this game. Thought she was a bit quiet yesterday in that semi-final against Australia. She read that ball so well, came out for the fly, clean take from Sterling, and right under the post then to Fowler.
And I'm pretty sure that's the same pocket where when the Ferns played South Africa that they came out and got an intercept. So really important that the Ferns need to take their feet to the ball and attack.
I'm really impressed with the attacking patience of the Sunshine Girls today. They're playing that ball right onto the circle's edge before they offload to Fowler. Yesterday they were under tremendous pressure. They were impatient and feeding it almost from the midcourt.
Contact centre third, goal defence.
I think Wilson is doing a good job on Souness. She's not allowing her the free movement, the free space that she's accustomed to, and so causing some of those contacts. We see them tangling there on that centre pass.
Brilliant work, Jodie Ann Ward.
Boy, you track her, she is sensational in that goal circle. Fantastic timing from the defender.
Throw in Jamaica, goal line. Goal defence contact.
So look at this
Jamaica.
work here of Jodie-Ann Ward. Elevation. Up and got it.
Just taking a look at the Silver Ferns bench. Looks like Berger is warming up. Whether that means that she might come on in the second quarter of this match.
Well, Connie Francis there. Never gives away a lot of expression.
It's typical Connie. As a player, she was the same. And of course, that's what we expect her as the coach. But she's very passionate, a very passionate coach, as we know from her playing days.
I remember her being one of the most theatrical goal attacks, Simone, ever when I used to play against her.
Yes, she was.
And you took over, Simone, with the theatrics as well.
Now, what are they going to do here? There's no